So you let your party level up. Good. And now you have to design encounters for them in the game of Dungeons and Dragons. How do we do this? Well, recently I just played a level 12 one-shot that was on a stream where the final encounter was against a big demon. We were fighting against a big Goristro. Lots of hit points, huge amounts of hit points. It has like 310 hit points with an armor class of 19, so it's pretty resilient in that regard. It has pretty good saves. It's a little weak on in-saves, but that's not too big of a problem. It doesn't have legendary resistances, though. And anytime you get into an encounter like that with no legendary resistances, a party of even level 12s are just going to obliterate a single creature. You have to put pressure on the other members of the group instead of having just one guy to beat on with your single target damage of your big demon Goristro. How do we make this encounter better? Well, we give the Goristro friends. Now, the friends can be in the shape of anything that you would like, but to keep it thematic, let's pick some demons and fiends to kind of go along with it. I'm going to suggest adding 2 Balguras to your encounter. 2 Balguras are going to be a headache for your party. They're going to be able to jump around with their bonus action leap ability, where they spend 10 feet of movement to be able to jump 40 feet. Then they're going to be able to make 3 attacks on the back line, which is usually a little bit easier to hit, and it's going to scare the crap out of them. They don't do huge amounts of damage for level 12 characters, but they're going to cause a bit of havoc. They're going to cause a little bit of panic. Then I would suggest adding a single spellcaster type demon in the form of an Oni. Not too powerful because you've already got a big CR17 demon and you don't want the fight to last forever. You just want it to be challenging and engaging. An Oni is going to give you your single ranged attack option, as it's going to be able to throw nightmare rays around at people and cause a lot of problems with that ability that it has. It can also do things like go invisible and kind of move around and cause a little bit more havoc. The goal is to keep the other members of the party busy so that they just don't have 5 people focusing their entire arsenal on one creature. And even though this was the end of a dungeon where we had a couple of encounters already, we managed to just dispatch this single big Goristro in literally 2 turns. It got to act once before we obliterated it. I'm Adapt. Follow me for more tips and tricks on how to play Dungeons & Dragons at a high level.